Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be trying out the new CoverGirl TruBlend Matte Made Foundation. So I got mine in M20 warm beige. We're going to go ahead and give this a try. I was looking on their website and I couldn't find much information about this foundation other than on the CoverGirl website. I don't see it on Ulta yet or anything like that, so there's not much information out there about this foundation. A 24-hour comfort matte, pore minimizer, oil controlling, transfer resistant, and it has all 40 shades. That's pretty much what it says. It says it is a foundation line that isn't drying to the face or cakey at all. It says TruBlend Matte Made formula. Made's formula is developed with flex hold technology that creates a strong yet flexible film on the skin for an undoubtedly comfortable feel, which is all it says, and it does say that it lasts for 12 hours. So like I said, there isn't much information on the website about this foundation whatsoever. So here's the way it looks. I'm sure you guys have seen other, YouTubers already do demos on this. I ended up picking it up for $8.90. I think it was $8.95 at Walmart. So on their website, it's $8.45 on CoverGirl's website. So you can get a little bit cheaper on their website. I've used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and then I've also used the Pore Minimizer in the middle of my face there, and that is all I've got in my face right now. I forgot to put sunblock on today, so I was going to do that intentionally, but I completely spaced it out, so I don't have any of that on at all. And I do have the Strevectin on my eyes, so this is just the eye cream. I've been using this a lot lately and I do like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on with this here. It's a glass bottle with a pump, and it looks like it's a locking pump. Yeah, it's definitely a locking pump, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and let's see how matte it is here. All right, so it's pretty thick. Not like overly thick, but pretty thick. And they did have, like I said, a couple of ranges of colors. I'm going to use 2 pumps here and see. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll try the one side with a brush and see what that does. I'm probably going to want to end up using just my beauty blender because I don't want it to be too thick, but we'll try it and see how it works. So let's go on this side here with the brush. Let me just get a little bit closer. Go on this side. Let's start in the center. Oh, that might be a little bit too light, but we'll see. I'm going to take it all the way up to my eye. I'm not going to use any concealers today. Alright, let me zoom you out so you can see here. So this is the side with the foundation here with the brush. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look cakey at all, which is good, and it's not sticking to my pores, which is also good. It blended pretty fast, so I'm pretty impressed with that. We'll see. It's kind of tacky right now, so I'm going to go on with the other side with the beauty blender here, or with the Real Techniques, and let's just see how that works with that. Alright, so I think I like the blender side better. Actually, I think they both do similar, but the blender side just seemed to, make it a little bit more flawless. But I think you could go with either side if that's what you wanted to, but I do like the blender side a little bit better than I do like the brush side. So let me go ahead and get close again so you can see how it's sitting on my face here. So it's not caking up in my pores or in my lines on my forehead there. It's not doing anything in my nose as of yet. And my chin, it's doing really well. Right now, I just put it on though. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on so we can see how it does with makeup on top of it. It is now 6:55 in the morning. Let me get you the time. There we go. And I shall be right back to show you how makeup fits on top of it and tell you what I've put on top of it as well. It's still just slightly a little bit tacky, so that's something to be aware of. You may want to set this, even though it's a matte. I'm going to set it here in this area. Also, I didn't get a full coverage. It's like a medium coverage, so I think you can probably build it, but I'm not going to build it today because I don't want to look super cakey. Even though it says it doesn't look cakey, I'm not going to build it. I think it looks okay where it's at on my skin. So it's possible that you can build it if you need to, but I won't be doing that today. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've got all of my makeup on. Today I am wearing the blush from Tarte in Feisty. I've got my Morphe contour, or bronzer palette on, which is this one here in Celebritant. I'm also wearing the Peachy Matte on the eye with a little bit of the Kat Von D liner in the brown Kat Von D liner. And I'm wearing my Anastasia powder on my eyebrows. And I'm also wearing a lip liner from Essence, which is called Satin Mauve on the lips. And then I have a little tester of the Ambient Light from Hourglass that I've been testing out, and that's what I have on my cheeks there. I've been wanting to buy that, but I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, and I've been using the tester for about, I would say, a little over a week now, and it's actually, I really like it, so I am going to be picking that up as soon as my tester is done, because I do like it. It's super subtle, not like over the top or anything like that, and it doesn't like cling to my pores or anything like that. So I have been enjoying the Ambient Light powders from Hourglass, and I know they're super old and people have been using them for years, but I've never actually tried them, so I'm excited about that. I did pull out a new mascara from Rimmel, and it's the Volume Accelerator. This stuff was not good at all. So the brush is kind of different. It has like a weird brush there, which the tip is really good to get into the corners, but it did nothing for my lashes, so I ended up having to go over the top with the double-decker lashes from Butter London, and that's what you're seeing on my eyes, because the one from Rimmel did absolutely nothing. Like, I didn't even look like I had lashes, so I had to go in and, you know, make some changes. So I don't exactly recommend this, but I mean, I'll use it and use it with another mascara so that I can use it up, but it's not good. So that's what you're seeing on my lashes, but you're seeing the double decker that made my lashes actually look like lashes. So that's everything I got on my face. I'm gonna head off to work real quick, come back at about 5 hours to show you what it looks like in 5 hours, and then I'll come back again at the end of the night to show you what it looks like then. So I shall talk to you guys here in a little bit. Oh, I am spraying my face with my Urban Decay all-nighter. I always do that, so I'll be spraying my face before I go to work with that. So that's everything. So I shall talk to you guys here in a little bit, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so it is now, what time is it? 1:11 in the afternoon, which means we've had the foundation on for 6 hours. So I believe I was finished around 7 o'clock with everything. So far so good. The foundation is looking, I'm a little blurry. The foundation is looking really good at this point. I failed to mention this morning that it felt super lightweight on my skin when I put it on there. I still don't feel like I have anything on my face. I am starting to get just slightly oily in my T-zone. I'm just gonna take the beauty sponge that I used this morning and just kind of damp that oil off real quick so I don't get too oily. Just right here in my T-zone, and that is something that I would normally do at this point. If I'm getting super oily, I would just damp it off and just see where my foundation is. So far it still looks really well. It doesn't seem to be breaking up at all in my chin area or anything like that, and it doesn't seem to be breaking up here at all. It's not clinging to my forehead, and I don't have any clinginess on the sides of my nose. So far I'm really liking this foundation. It feels super lightweight on my skin, which is something that I like. I was really surprised about that, and my face feels kind of almost like it has a powder on it. I did fail to mention this morning that I did use the Tarte smoothing powder or smooth operator to just set my under eye area and my T-zone area this morning. So I do have a little bit of a setting powder on, but that was about it. So far I feel like it's doing really well. And I'll definitely be putting in some before and after pictures so you can see what it looked like this morning as opposed to now. And then again, I'll do that this evening as well. So I hopefully can figure it out. I got some new software, so I'm hoping I can do like a side-by-side to show you what it looks like at 6 hours, and then hopefully at the end of the night I can do it again. So that is my check-in for 6 hours. I'm gonna go and have lunch with my husband, but like I said, so far I feel like this foundation is doing really good. I'm actually really shocked at the feel of it on my face. It just feels so lightweight, almost like I don't have anything on, and I'm not getting overly greasy or anything like that. So so far I'm really enjoying this foundation. So I should be back in a couple more hours to show you what it looks like at the end of the night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, guys, so it has been 10 hours since I've had this foundation on. I started at 7. It is now 5 o'clock in the evening. So So far, I think this foundation is doing really well. I am going to have side-by-side pictures up so you guys can see how everything kind of looks, how it looked when I first put it on, and to now, like, you know, from the beginning to the end, to see if there's any changes. You know, I really can't tell much changes just sitting here looking at it, but we'll be able to tell side-by-side to see what this foundation has done throughout the day and how well it's actually lasted. For me, it still feels really good on the face, super lightweight. I can tell that it did kind of, you know, disappear a little bit here, but as far as the rest of my face, I feel like it's still doing really well as far as holding itself together and staying matte and keeping my, you know, oils at bay for the day. I'm gonna just take my blender here and just kind of pounce it in some areas where I think I may have a little bit of oils. But not much. I think it's doing such a good job that this is a foundation that I would feel comfortable wearing every day to work and not feel like I have a cakey face on or anything, you know, out of the ordinary that some foundations will do. I feel like it's just, you know, sitting on my face really nicely. There's no foundation building up on my forehead area or in my nose area where I normally get foundation, especially when I start to get oily, where it will normally start to build up. There's none of that. It looks really good. My blush has kind of disappeared, and that's a 12-hour blush from Tarte, and my, you know, it's still there, but not as visible as it was this morning. You'll be able to see that also in the side by side, and you know, everything else kind of stood on where it needed to be. This is one that I would suggest to you if you're looking for a new matte but lightweight type of foundation. I did not build it up to full coverage. I just put on one layer of it this morning, so I didn't want to like overboard it. I don't know how well this will last or how it would look at the end of the day if you put 2 layers on, if you need like a full coverage. For me, I don't need that full coverage that some people might, so that might be a test that I do sometime and let you guys know what that's like if you're still interested in buying this and you're still on the fence of this. But for me, I do like this. They did have the full 40 range color at my Walmart, so I was pretty surprised about that. They only had 2 colors of every color, but they had all 40 of them there, so I was really happy to get the one that I needed, and I think that the color actually matched me pretty well throughout the day. It didn't oxidize or anything strange like that, so this is one that I give a thumbs up to and would suggest it. I believe it was $8.45 or 49 cents at my Walmart. The prices ranging differently on the CoverGirl website and, you know, in store, so it just depends on where you're gonna get it. I have not found it at Ulta yet, so I had to wait until it came to my Walmart, which I was really happy that it did. So that is my review for this foundation. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it, if you've tried it, if you like it, if you hate it, what you liked about it and what you didn't. I would really like to know what you guys' thoughts are on this, so let me know again if you have any questions, and I shall talk to you guys sometime next week. Bye!